Some months ago I tried to make a review for MSoundFactory by Melda Production. I found it to be quite a big undertaking. That's why I decided to look at some of the instruments that come with MSoundFactory in individual videos. The first one I wanted to highlight is the electric piano. Personally, I'm looking at this from the perspective of a musician, keyboarder, not an instrument developer. And the version that I have is the MSoundFactoryLE version. What matters to me is the play experience and how I can use them to perform live or to produce my own music. Now let's have a closer look at this interface. I think a reason why I'm always drawn back to this one is I really like how it looks. It also gives you a lot of control over the sound, but it's quite easy to make it sound pretty good. How does it stack up to other plugins? We're going to have a look at that in the second half of the video. For now, let's have a short listen to the default sound. The first way that we can shape our own sound is with the selection of the bass tone or bass instrument. Currently we're playing the model they call Classic. We can change that to Dreamy, Aggressive, Biting, Groovy, Smooth, Mellow. This gives us a pretty wide range of sounds that we can create with it so far. But now let's have a look at these two knobs. Let's go back to the classic sound. So if you put up the sharpness, it makes the sound more aggressive. More resonancy, put it down, it makes it more mellow. Now the timbre knob. Alright, and now the powerful thing is that you can combine these two knobs with any of these models. This is really something that's quite fun to play around with. You can explore such a variety of different electric piano sounds with such fast controls. Next, right here we have a ADSR control. Gradual decay. Also a gradual decay, but arriving at 0 faster. You can soften up the attack. Some release length. Now let's look at the amp. That's pretty much a basic amp with a 3-band EQ. There's a tremolo. Now let's have a look at these 3 tabs up here. Every MSoundFactory instrument comes with these 3 tabs. The effects tab, we could, for example, add some reverb and maybe some modulation like chorus. Globals is like basic controls such as what's the volume, velocity range. It also comes with some presets, not that many. And a nice feature of all the MSoundFactory instruments is this little die. We click it and get a random preset. Not a randomly generated one, just a random selection of the available presets. Now let's talk a bit more about how this sounds compared to other electric piano offerings. I really enjoy playing with it. I really enjoy designing some sounds with it, but I don't think it sounds like an authentic electric piano. I also don't think this was the intention of Melda Production, but just for, let's say, educational purposes, let's compare it to some other pianos. I'm going to play this one alternating with a selection of other ones. Let's see what we can get out of that. The Clean Mark V in Analog Lab intro. Stage 54 by Sampleson. Stock Mark I Rhodes by PreSonus for Studio One. The Scarbee Mark I that comes with Complete. Velvet. The Labs electric piano. So, takeaway from that, I think if you want just an authentic emulation, recreation of something like a Mark I or a Wurlitzer, then go, for example, with Labs. They also have a great Wurlitzer. And I don't think this electric piano can do what these other ones are doing, like sound like a realistic electric piano, but it is a very nice keyboards instrument. It might need some additional effects or playing around with the effects in the effects tab. Fun to play around with. Very nice to have it in the MSoundFactory collection of instruments. And there's many more instruments where that came from. So if you're curious, want to see more of the MSoundFactory library, make sure to subscribe and feel free to leave suggestions for the one we should look at next.